Hey guys. You've installed every ad blocker you can find, but those online ads still find a way to annoy you. They slow down your browsing, steal your internet privacy, and just plain ruin the internet experience. But what if you can block them all, not just on your browser, but on every single device connected to your Wi Fi? Your smartphone, your smart TV, and even your game console. Well, you can, and it's called Pi-hole. Pi-hole is one of the best things I've discovered this year. It's a simple set it and forget it solution that makes the internet faster, more private, and generally just more enjoyable. So in this video, I'll show you guys what exactly Pi-hole is, what's so great about it, and also not so great. And I'll show you guys how to get it up running in no time. So let's get to Pi-holing. So what exactly is Pi-hole? Think of it like a bouncer for your entire home network. Every time a device tries to connect to a website, Pi-hole checks the request against a massive block list. If the address is on the list, say a known ad or tracker, the bouncer immediately turns it away. The request goes nowhere, and the ad never even has a chance to load. So next, let's talk about why Pi-hole is so great. Pi-hole doesn't just block ads in the browser, but also blocks trackers, spyware, malware, and anything just plain suspicious trying to phone home without you knowing. It's a network-wide application, which allows all your devices connected to your network to have the same blocking experience. It works for basically any smart device connected to the internet, like game consoles, smart TVs, refrigerators, and more. It makes browsing so much faster because it remembers addresses of websites you visit often, called DNS caching. So it doesn't have to look them up every time. Plus, with all these ads gone, pages load so much quicker. And lastly, my favorite part is the dashboard. It's like having a real-time command center for your entire network. You can see every request, what's being blocked, and what's getting through. It's addicting to watch the block count climb, and in general, it just feels like you're taking back control. So now, let's talk about how Pi-hole works. Pi-hole is a software that functions as your local DNS or domain name server. Think of DNS as the internet's phone book. When you type in a website address like youtube.com, a DNS server looks up the site's actual numerical address or IP address and directs you there. Pi-hole checks these outgoing lookups against a block list it has. When Pi-hole sees a bad address on its block list, it doesn't just block it, it sends a fake, invalid address back, and the content never loads. And if the domain isn't blocked, Pi-hole will allow the query to proceed, and it gets forwarded to a public DNS like Google's, which will respond with a valid IP address and allow the content to be downloaded. Next, let's talk about some of the things that aren't so great about Pi-hole and maybe why you shouldn't use it. Pi-hole can't block everything. The prime example is YouTube video ads. These ads are served from the same domain as the videos themselves, so blocking ads would also block all videos. Also, domains can change anytime, so you might see ads pop back up for a period of time. Thankfully, these block lists are automatically updated on your Pi-hole and come from dedicated people that keep them updated so you don't have to. Next, you may end up blocking something unintended. Some blocked domains may actually be used for certain functions of websites and apps and cause them not to work entirely. But don't worry, you can easily use the dashboard and unblock them. And lastly, Pi-hole can be a challenge to manage. While Pi-hole is a mostly set it and forget it, you might run into a few issues. It could unintentionally block something you need, which you'll have to manually whitelist. You also might experience slowdowns if there are too many requests at once. And while it's rare, your internet will go down if your Pi-hole loses power. but that's only until it reboots and Pi-hole automatically restarts. So next, let's look into how to install Pi-hole and get it going. First, you need a device that you can have on 24/7 running Linux, like an old laptop or PC. But the best device is to use something low powered like a Raspberry Pi. It doesn't matter which Raspberry Pi because Pi-hole isn't a resource hog. I was able to get it running on not a 02, but the first 0, which only has 1 GHz, a single core CPU, and 512 megabytes of RAM. You can get this for as low as $15 for just the board. If you want your Pi not to be sitting naked, I recommend one of these kits that come with a proper enclosure and power supply. My Pi Zero didn't have an Ethernet port, and I didn't want to run Pi-hole over wireless for fear that my internet will slow down. So this made me consider a Raspberry Pi 3 with an integrated Ethernet port. My option with the Pi Zero was to use a USB Ethernet adapter and plug it into the Pi's USB port. Luckily, I had a spare one laying around. A basic adapter will cost around $10. Next, you'll need to prepare a micro SD card to install the OS that Pi-hole will be running on. You can use Raspberry Pi Imager and install the Raspberry Pi OS. Once that's done, boot into Pi OS and you can immediately start installing Pi-hole. You'll just need to run a few commands in your command line. I have them all linked in the description below, so you can just copy and paste. The first thing you need to do is go into your router settings and make sure to reserve your Pi-hole's IP address to ensure it stays static. The last thing and most important thing you need to do is to change your DNS to Pi-holes. You have two options. First option is to change your router's DHCP DNS so any devices connected to your network will also get to use Pi-hole. The second option is if you can't change your router's DNS or you just want to apply it to a single computer, you can update your computer's DNS address in your network settings. Once your Pi-hole is up and running, I highly recommend adding a more comprehensive block list. While the default Steven Black is a good start, I've had great results with one that has over 1 million blocked domains. It's an aggregate of multiple lists, including Steven Black. I'll include a link in the description. And that's it. You now have the best internet at home. You can also consider adding a few things to expand on your Pi-hole usage. Installing Unbound to eliminate the use of a public third-party DNS provider, or installing your own VPN like WireGuard or Tailscale and always have Pi-hole with you on the go. So that's Pi-hole. It's a simple tool with a low-cost investment that gets you the best version of your home internet. No more annoying ads, no more sneaky trackers, and no more slow browsing. This is all about getting back to what the internet was meant to be. Fast, private, and yours. Now, are you ready to jump in and make your internet better with Pi-hole? If you're already a Pi-hole user, can you stand browsing the internet without Pi-hole in your life now? Because I can't. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you found this video useful, please hit that like button and subscribe. See you in the next one.